Chemical blanking process. Chemical blanking is used chiefly on thin sheets and foils. In most applications, photoresist, photosensitive masking is used to define the location on the workpiece at which the material is to be etched. Process steps for chemical blanking. A flowchart showing the principal process steps for chemical blanking by the photoresist method is given. Preparation of workpiece. The workpiece is cleaned, degreased, and pickled by acid or alkalines. The cleaned metal is dried and photoresist material is applied. It is then dried and cured. Preparation of masters. Masters, the tools for chemical blanking, consist of the artwork and negatives used to produce the acid resistant image. The artwork for chemical blanking should be made on dimensionally stable material such as paper, polyester film, or glass based scribing film. The original artwork usually is made 4 times the actual size of work, but it may range from 2 to 200 times the actual size depending on the equipment, part size, and accuracy required. Individual part size can vary from micro dimensions to a maximum of 350 into 550 mm. This is then reduced photographically and multiple image masters are made. Masking with photoresist. Photoresists are applied to the workpieces by dipping, whirl coating, or spraying. Whirl coating gives an uniform coating. This is then dried at room temperature of 110 degrees Celsius to remove the residual solvent. Lower temperature can be used by prolonging the baking time. Exposure of conventional photoresist to ultraviolet light partly polymerized the exposed areas of light sensitive resins, thus increasing its resistance to organic solvents used as developers. Each side of the workpiece can be exposed to at the same time between a pair of mirror image masters. A vacuum printing frame with a vacuum of 500 mm of mercury is used for this purpose. Printing frames must be padded correctly or the glass masters will break in the evacuated frame. The next stage is the development, which is done by immersing the workpiece in a suitable organic solvent. After this, the workpiece is rinsed in running water to remove the developer and dissolved polymer from the non-image areas without leaving residual scum. After the development, the photoresist is dried at room temperature and baked again at 110 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. This process increases the hardness and chemical resistance of the photoresist. Masking techniques other than photoresist are sometimes used for selective masking of parts which are large and do not require high dimensional accuracy. Masked coatings can be applied directly to the work by screen or by offset printing. Another method is to apply the masking over a complete area and the design to be etched is scribed through the masking with an aid of templates, and then the masking is pulled off in areas to be etched out. Masking materials are selected primarily for resistance of the curved masking and the bonding property of the masking to workpiece under the action of the etchant. Etchant for blanking. Removal of material by etching is done by immersing the workpiece prepared by the above method in a bath containing etchants. The bath is agitated by air or chemical means. Designed spray etching machines are sometimes used if the component size is large. The cutting rates ranges from 0.01 to 0.5 mm per minute depending on the material and its metallurgical state. The basic purpose of an etchant is to convert metal into metallic state salt, which can then be dissolved in the etchant. Ferric chloride solutions are used for chemical blanking of a wide variety of metals. Sodium hydroxide is used extensively for aluminum and aluminum alloy etching. Most acid etchants can be maintained by the addition of fresh acid until their chemical acidity is adversely altered by the dissolved metal content proprietary additives are used in special applications to control foaming or wetting characteristics.